Good evening, dear listener. Wherever you are, I invite you now to settle in, find a comfortable position, and let the worries of the day drift gently away. Let your breathing slow, and your thoughts soften, like ripples fading across a calm lake. Tonight, I will take you on a slow, peaceful journey, a quiet walk through the heart of ancient Babylon. Not the Babylon of wars and kings, but the softer side, the quiet streets at sunrise, the cool shade of gardens, the voices of vendors as the city begins to stir. It is a walk through time, told softly and slowly, to ease you gently into restful sleep. Perhaps, as you close your eyes, you can hear the soft sounds of distant morning birds, a breeze brushing across stone walls, and the low murmurs of the city beginning to awaken. Let us begin our walk. We begin just outside the great walls of Babylon. The early morning sky glows with a pale gold light, and the air is still cool from the night. Before us stands the towering Ishtar Gate, a marvel of blue glazed bricks, adorned with golden lions and mythic beasts. Imagine it, the gate shimmering softly in the dawn light, the intricate tiles catching every ray of sun. There is no rush, only the quiet shuffle of a few early travelers and the gentle clip of donkey hooves on packed earth. A guard nods quietly as we pass. The scent of dust and morning dew fills the air. Somewhere far off, a goat bleats. There's a rhythm to it all, slow, even, calming. We step beyond the gate into one of the city's outer streets. Babylon stretches ahead, not chaotic or loud, but humming with the slow rhythm of ancient life. To our left, a bakery begins to open. The scent of fresh flatbread, still warm from the clay oven, drifts through the air. A woman sweeps her doorstep with quiet determination. Children play softly with little clay figurines, their laughter gentle and subdued. We pass by a vendor arranging baskets of dates and figs. He hums a tune that's barely louder than the wind. Our walk leads us down the procession way, a wide road paved with stone and flanked by tall walls. This path was once used for festivals and royal parades, but today it is quiet. You can hear the soft scuff of sandals against stone, the flutter of fabric in the breeze, and maybe, if you listen closely, the distant rustle of palm leaves. The buildings here are made of fine mud brick, their edges worn smooth by centuries of wind and sun. Above us, banners hang limp in the still morning. Nothing moves quickly. There's only the rhythm of walking and breathing and being. To our right, a walled garden opens up. It is not the legendary hanging gardens, those may be lost to history, but a more modest, very real place. Green fig trees offer dappled shade. Vines climb up stone walls. A few bees hum lazily in the air, and the scent of mint and thyme drifts outward. A gardener waters the plants with a slow, practiced motion, using a clay jug. He does not look up, but smiles faintly. We pause here for just a moment to breathe, to feel the shade, to enjoy the quiet joy of a garden tended for peace. We continue walking and come upon a small, shaded courtyard. Here, under a wide awning, a scribe sits with a stylus and clay tablets. He dips the stylus gently, making slow, deliberate marks. A student listens nearby, nodding quietly. They speak softly in Akkadian, the language of kings and poets. We watch for a moment. There's something soothing about their concentration. The soft tap of stylus on clay, the gentle scratching sound. You can imagine the scent of old papyrus, of warm stone, of sun-dried ink. Now, the path turns past a series of low, wide workshops. Here, Babylon's artisans work with care and patience. Clay pots sit in rows, drying in the sun. A potter, kneeling beside his wheel, turns the wet clay slowly, hands guiding its shape with quiet purpose. Children peek around the corner, watching in silence. Occasionally, there is a soft splash of water, or the faint scratch of a reed brush adding simple decoration. There is no hurry, only the slow transformation of earth into something useful and beautiful. Beyond the workshop lies a narrow canal, water gently trickling past. This small branch of the Euphrates nourishes the city like a lifeline. Its banks are lined with reeds and small stepping stones. A boy with a fishing line sits quietly, legs dangling over the edge. The only sounds are the lapping of water, a distant splash, and the cooing of doves. The cool breeze carries the scent of river mud and water lilies. Everything feels still timeless. We pass through a shaded arch and enter a quiet merchant's courtyard. Tables are stacked with woven textiles, incense cones, and little trinkets from distant lands. The merchant himself reclines in the shade, sipping from a small cup. He offers a polite nod, but says nothing. Even here, in trade, the rhythm is unhurried. A breeze stirs a silk curtain. The scent of frankincense drifts in the air. Nestled between homes, we find a small, humble shrine, a place not grand, but full of devotion. A clay figurine of a household god rests on a stone ledge, surrounded by pebbles, dates, and tiny offerings. A woman bows her head in silence, her hands folded. The flicker of a small oil lamp glows steadily. This is not ceremony. It is simplicity, reverence, and stillness. We ascend a short staircase to the flat rooftop of a home. From here, the city stretches out like a soft tapestry, walls and walkways bathed in warm light. A cat lounges in the shade. A boy and his grandmother sit spinning wool, quietly chatting. From this height, the wind is more constant. You may hear the faint clang of a distant bell, the rustling of palm fronds, the whisper of linen drying on a line. As we descend from the rooftop, we come upon a narrow alley that opens into a quiet weaving workshop. The air is filled with the soft click of wooden looms. Women sit in neat rows, hands moving with practiced ease as colorful threads pass over and under in patient repetition. The gentle rustle of fibers, the tap of shuttle against frame. It is like a lullaby woven into cloth. Skeins of dyed wool hang drying nearby, soft blues, dusky reds, muted yellows. A child naps under a loom, curled like a cat. Continuing onward, the buildings give way to a grove of tall palms. Their fronds sway slowly in the breeze, casting dappled shadows on the sun-warmed ground. A group of elders sits in a circle, playing a game with carved stones, their voices low and friendly. The palms whisper above, creating a gentle rhythm, like nature's own lullaby. The sound of the breeze, the light brushing of leaves, and the occasional quiet chuckle. It is a place of rest and remembrance. Just past the grove lies a small temple school, and beside it a quiet library courtyard. Here, knowledge rests. Clay tablets line low stone shelves. A young scholar runs her fingers over cuneiform impressions, reading silently. A pair of doves coo softly on the lintel above. The sun falls in angled beams through a slatted awning. A teacher, seated on a cushion, gently recites poetry to a lone student. The words rise and fall like waves, soft, steady, soporific. Now we retrace our steps, heading back toward the city's inner heart. The light has shifted, it is late morning, but still gentle. A quietness remains, as if the city breathes with us. We pass by familiar scenes, the baker now handing out warm loaves, the children quieter, the vendors more relaxed. Everything feels slower now, more still, the kind of quiet that invites rest, the kind of moment when nothing is expected of you, but to be present and peaceful. Before we end our walk, we pass through one final gate and enter a large, calm courtyard centered around a shallow pool. The water is still, like polished glass, reflecting palms and clouds above. A young girl drips water from her fingers into the pool, watching the ripples spread. An old man rests beneath a tree, eyes half closed, breathing with the breeze. We sit on the edge of the stone basin, let our fingers touch the cool water, and simply breathe. And now, the city begins its midday pause. Shutters close, stalls are covered, the sun climbs high, and Babylon leans into stillness. You may hear the last soft notes of conversation, the final creak of a door. Even the birds are quieter now. The city exhales, As we find a shaded bench in a quiet square, you might feel your body relaxing, as if echoing the slowness of this ancient place. Let yourself rest. Let your breathing soften again, and know, in this moment, that you are safe. You are still. You are enough. The shade deepens, and a hush falls over the city. We remain on the bench, still and calm. The stone beneath us is cool, around us. The walls breathe heat upward, but the canopy of nearby palms offers shelter. There is no sound now, but the wind brushing over clay rooftops, and the quiet chirping of a cicada hidden somewhere nearby. Your eyes may begin to close here. Let them. Babylon will keep you safe as you rest in its slow midday rhythm. As you sit there, your mind may gently drift back through the places we have seen. The shimmering Ishtar Gate, the fig-scented garden, the quiet scribe, the humming looms, the still canal. Each moment remains like soft footprints in sand, fading slowly, but never lost. Let your thoughts move like that, slowly, softly, without aim, just drifting. You are not alone in this stillness. The entire city rests with you now. Behind every closed door, people nap. Cats stretch in sunbeams. Water sits quiet in jars. Even the Euphrates seems slower, as if drowsy under the sun. Everything is soft. Everything is simple. And you are part of this peaceful world. Inhale slowly, as if drawing in the scent of date palms and sun-baked stone. Exhale gently, like the breeze over the garden wall. Let your breath match the rhythm of Babylon, unhurried, deep, and calm. And no thoughts need to come. No plans need to be made. Only this breath, and the next, like walking through warm dust without a destination. The stones of Babylon, worn smooth by time, remember more than words. They remember feet like ours, voices, laughter, long silences. They too are tired. They too have learned to rest. And so, lying here beneath them, you may feel a sense of being held, cradled by time itself. Sleep may come soon now. Let it. There is nothing more to do tonight. Nothing more to remember. You've walked the quiet streets of a world long gone, and found peace in its shadows. As the city sleeps. So can you so close your eyes now, if you haven't already, and let your breath fall into rhythm with the soft, ancient silence of Babylon. Good night.